Schools Rugby Coverage, sponsored by.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
Start your overseas higher education with Educo Pathways to Australia, Canada, Malaysia, Ireland and UK. For more information, call 0772 711 711.
At Jurassic Park, better known as the Royal College Sports Complex. What a match we witnessed here on Saturday. The 76th Bradby was played after a lapse of 2 years. Both teams played an amazing game. The crowd was amazing and electrifying. Royal supporters, Trinity supporters, schoolboys, all boys, parents. The stadium was packed with people and it was indeed a match to remember after 2 long years.
Yes, sir. The blue ribbon, the Sri Lanka Schools Rugby, the Bradby Shield. The first leg worked out here at Royal Complex. Mr. Shriyan Kure, the chairman of NDB, and the 1983 Royal College Bradby Shield team captain was the chief guest of this year's 76th Bradby Shield. First leg here in Colombo. Royal taking on Trinity after the first encounter they met earlier in the league match, where Trinity ran away with a slender 1-point win. Royal coming back strong after that league final defeat against Isipathana last week to clinch this first leg by a thumping 29 points to nil. Now, in fact, this was after 2015 that a nil, no record, or no try, or no points were recorded by Trinity, whereas 2015, the second leg, where they conceded 40 odd points against Banukaga's Royal College side. The Isurangalas team came back after a 1-point loss in 2015, and it was a hiding in 2015, 49-0. At this time, of course, again 29-0 was the first leg score. And now, Cyril, let's go back by for the points or the score-by-score analysis. Starting off, it took around more than 10 minutes for the first points to go on board. Trinity was very strong in the opening first few minutes of the game. They won their penalties. They attacked very strongly in the first opening 10 minutes, but it was Royal, however, starting off with a first penalty rather. On the 16th minute, Royal College got a penalty, and Nabil Yahya put the points scoreboard ticking 3-0 at 16th minute. And on the 25th minute, it was Royal's hooker Dhantu Samaratna going over for an under the post try, and Nabil Yahya not forgetting that kick under the post, easy 10-0 lead in the 25th minute. Royal, however, were defending most of the first part of the first half. Trinity was very dominant in their attacking, but they could not capitalize in their points. And in fact, the 7th minute, Trinity got a penalty, but the Trinity kicker could not manage to put the penalty. Royal going in for a 10-0 lead in the 25th minute. In the 33rd minute, again, Trinity missed a penalty. The 35th minute, also right before half-time, Trinity yet again missing that ever important penalty. So 3 penalties missed by Trinity in the early first half. It was 10-0 in favour of Royal at Lemons.
The early second half was dominated by the Trinitians. For 10 minutes, they were on their side. However, to Trinitians fans' disappointment, no good came of it.
Of course, Trinity were in the Royals' red zone for the early part of the second half. Again, they could not capitalize on those opportunities. Starting the second half on a bit of disappointing note for Royal, their try scorer in the first half, the hooker Danru Samarathna, the 40th minute, he considered a yellow card and he went out. And also a yellow card for Filio Kalyanratna in the 42nd minute conceded by Kalyanratna. So this time 2 yellow cards for Royal, and they played with 13 men, Dhanru Samratna and Kalyanratna out in the market chair. Kalyanratna's offence was a deliberate knock-on, and so 13 men for Royal, but Trinity failed to capitalize on those moments. However, Royal playing with 13 men in the 49th minute through the replacement hooker, Naveen Pereira, the number 17, scored a try. So it was 15-0 in favour of Royal, and Nabil Yahya yet again putting over that ever important conversion, making the points tally 17-0. Royals attack working perfectly well in the early second half, and Trinity College yet again in the 54th minute missed the penalty. They had a multiple number of kickers, but they could not put over that all-important three-pointer. Very disappointed performance, and of course those three-pointers were the only important points they scored in that match, and much for the disappointment of the fans, Trinity failed to put over that 54th minute penalty. And except for the opening 15 minutes, the full match, Royal's defense came strong. Royal was defense in attack and defense. It was a superb team effort for Royal. 17-0 in the 54th minute, and of course soon after that it was Royal all the way. And again, 58th minute, it was a yellow card for Kovinda Vikramasinghe, the Trinitian, and of course Royal pounced on that opportunity, and Dhanru Samarathna came back from the naughty chair for Royal. 59th minute, yet again scoring that try. Royal's maul perfectly worked. Royal mauled that way through that Trinity defense on the first leg. 22-0. The kick was missed by Nabil, and it was all in all a hooker's day. The number 2s were really good. Royal, Samarathna and replacement hooker Naveen Pereira were the try scorers for Royal in making that 22-0. Trinity knocked down in their red zones, failing to putting their points. It was a disappointing affair for the Candy lads. Royal's Kavin Sasanga, the skipper, did an absolutely brilliant game. He did not score any tries or points, but he was inspirational. He marshaled their team towards this victory. Kavin Sasanga.
Kavin showed amazing captaincy, and he really communicated with the team, so it was really nice to see the teamwork that Royal College put in here at the complex.
And finally, the nail in the coffin was laid in the first leg by Royal's Tineth Gamage in the 66th minute, making it a 29-0 affair. Nabil Yahya again proving that he's a brilliant kicker, putting a very difficult angle kick right from the corner flag, and it rubbed salt in the wounds of Trinity camp. 29 points to nil. hiding, and of course, soon before, in the 67th minute, Filio Kalyan yet again for the same offence he made for a deliberate knock-on, got his second yellow card and went out for a red card for Kalyan Ratna. So 2 deliberate knock-ons, 2 yellows and red card for Kalyan Ratna in the dying stages of the match. And again, Devindu Saparamadu of Royal College for a dangerous tackle in the last move of the game. Saparamadu got a red card. So again, Royal going down to 13 men, but that didn't matter for the Royalists, for the Red Gold and boys, the Reed lads, as they went over 29 points to nil, playing with 13 men at one stage, and again the dying stages of the game. 3 yellow cards for Royal, 2 red cards and 1 yellow for Trinity. All in all, 4 yellow cards and 2 red cards in the first leg of the Bradby Shield. And of course, as our statspert Goa Atu earlier predicted, that Royal mauled their way through. They were brilliant in their day, and their maul worked, and if their maul worked, they are unstoppable. And of course, their line discipline, their attack and defense was sublime. Trinity could not go into that whitewash. Trinity huffed and puffed right in front of the whitewash, and they could not put on those important 3-pointers. Royal coming back strong in the second half, hiding for Trinity. And let's hope and see what happens in the second leg in Pallekele. That will be an interesting affair, playing at Pallekele on Saturday.
Yes, thank you, Mon. So, playing away from home wasn't in favor of Trinity College Candy, but the second leg is always there, and we will meet you guys at the second leg from Pallekele on the 3rd of September.
And of course, it is the trophy tally, the shield tally says 34 shield wins for Royal and 39 for Trinity. Will Royal clinch their 35th Bradby Shield and make it 4 in a row? They have been winning this prestigious shield since 2015. 2016 was a draw. 2015 Royal won, and Trinity last laid their hands on the prestigious Bradby in 2014 under Tarinder Atwata, and that has been the last occasion where Trinity grabbed silverware in the Bradby Shield, and Royal continuing to lift the shield for yet another year. But Trinity, will they come back with a miracle scenery? That is what the expectations of the Trinity fans. Let's wait and watch what happens. We hope to catch you soon. After a 29-0 win against Trinity at the first leg of the 76th Bradby Shield, Coach Dushant Luki of Royal College is here with us. Coach, a dream start for a first leg, I must say, a 29-0 lead. What are your thoughts about the first leg of the Bradby Shield?
Like you said, it's quite a good start, but playing Trinity in Pallekele is going to be really tough, because even the strongest Royal teams have struggled with Trinity in their own home. So it's going to be a battle, and we need to try and be more focused on the second leg.
So, now talking about your last year playing in 2002 under Zulki Hamid, it was a record-breaking 83-0 win against Trinity. Any hopes, any plans for a record break this year, surpassing that, or going for a nil campaign against Trinity at Pallekele?
No, I don't think that we are at the stage should be thinking about breaking any records, because this Trinity team is a very good side, and almost all of our players are playing their first Bradby. So we have completely empty. In our home, yes, we played well. We stuck to our structures and we got majority of the game planned right. But the players need to show much more maturity, and try and do the same thing up in Candy. Welcome the Red team was back, so we are expecting a very tough game of rugby.
Of course, playing Trinity at Pallekele, a tough task again, but you all have proved in 2019 also you all finished the first leg. In this year, you all lost the league encounter by a slender 1 point. Like you said, that in that interview, you said you should come back strong, and you have proved to come back strong, and we hope to see a great show at Pallekele. And thank you, Coach, for joining us. Thank you very much.
So the boys playing for VW are quite a young team this time, and I think for all of you guys, it's the first Bradby that you all are playing. So what is it like playing such a prestigious shield here at the complex?
It's true that we have a young side. Boys have worked really hard. I think everything is tough. That's where we are now.
So the second leg is just 4 weeks away. How are preparations coming to that? Because you guys won't be playing here, you'll be playing at the Pallekele Stadium. So how are things going that way?
There are some specific areas we should improve from our perspective. We'll make sure to carry out our best game in Canby and retain the shield in Pallekele.
Thank you, Kavin, for joining us. So we'll meet you guys in 2 weeks' time at the Pallekele Stadium for the 76th Bradby Shield second leg. See you then.
Quadrangle Schools Rugby Coverage, sponsored by.
We are at the dawn of an astronomical digital metamorphosis. This is the new frontier in banking, where limits are a thing of the past. NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
Start your overseas higher education with Educo Pathways to Australia, Canada, Malaysia, Ireland, and UK. For more information, call 0772 711 711